I've been observing my son interact with Lovevery's The Enthusiast play kit for a couple months now, and I'd like to share with you my thoughts about this kit that's for months 28, 29, and 30. This play kit comes with 6 activities for your child and a very comprehensive play guide for us parents. Let's start with the play guide, which is what I would consider the single most important item inside this play kit. The reason I say this is while the items included are very nice, there's a good chance without the guide, we won't be able to use them to their full potential. The guide has 4 sections which are conveniently labeled with these tabs. The High U section consists of a message from one of Lovevery's founder. This particular box talks about the importance of reading. The next section, Your Child, is a general guideline on what your child may start doing during this time frame. They even break it down further into communication, motor skills, and social and emotional. This section is great at giving us a heads up on what to expect during this time frame. But of course, each child is unique, so this is only a general guide. Don't worry if your child isn't showing everything that's listed. The next section, the plaything, goes into details on how we can introduce the items as well as gives you ideas on what you can do with the items in the kit that you might not have considered previously. The last section is more activities, which is activities that you can do with your child that doesn't involve the items in the kit. Usually the activities suggest that are fairly easy to do without the need of too much materials, such as this Montessori transferring activity. I highly suggest that you spend some time reading over this play guide, as it not only lets your child receive the full benefits of the included items, but it also lets you make the most out of your purchase. Now let's talk about what I thought, or more accurately what my son thinks about the included items in this play kit. The Sword and Stack Peg Puzzle is great for your child to start learning shapes, as well as work on their visual perception and spatial reasoning skills. The concept is fairly simple, in which your child will be fitting the different shapes onto the pegs. My son took a liking to this activity right from the first time I introduced it to him. The activity is just challenging enough where he didn't figure it out immediately, and once he did figure it out, he still has fun putting them in. He's now gotten to the point where he likes stacking them color coordinated. Not a real complaint, but you might have noticed that this peg puzzle isn't exactly a unique concept. But there's that saying, if it's not broken, don't fix it. And that definitely applies to this peg puzzle, as even several months later, he still gravitates towards this puzzle. The Squeaky Clean squeegee set has been another huge hit with my son. This activity helps them practice movement, coordination, and concentration. Usually when you think of squeegees, you probably think of using them on windows or even mirrors. However, you can open it up and have them clean whatever they want that's water safe to clean, similar to how I would have my son use it on his high chair after he's done eating. Once again, this item is not unique to Lovevery, but this spray bottle isn't exactly the same as others out there. The bottle is very easy to spray versus some of the other smaller ones I previously purchased. This makes it perfect for small hands because if the spray is too hard to press, your child probably will get frustrated and not want to be involved with the activity. Another big benefit of this bottle is that the mist comes out from it is super fine, which means that if your child has a little too much fun spraying everywhere, they won't get things soaked. While I'm not sure there might be other spray bottles out there that have super fine mist like this, you probably won't find out until you've already purchased it and tested it. Around 30 months, your child may start to enjoy pretend play more often. That's where the Pinkies Up Picnic set comes in. This is a great set for a nice pretend picnic. It can also serve as a fun way for your child to practice pouring. You can even pour other things besides water, such as uncooked rice. The sticky shaped glue station encourages creativity as well as hand, eye, and fine motor planning skills. This is a particularly fun activity for my son, and he's been really into stickers, and this pretty much turns all these shapes into stickers. Only thing is that eventually the shapes will run out, and I'll need to figure out a way to make more of these for him to enjoy this activity later on. I do think that having all this little cutouts organized in this little box makes the activity more enticing for my son. The Every Which Way scale and pals is supposed to help them learn the concept of things like balance and weights. I really like that the scale even has these sliders to help calibrate the pals. Initially, my son wasn't too interested in this, but closer to 30 months, he started enjoying putting random objects into the pals and putting them on the scale. I'm not sure he understands the concept of balance yet, but I think he's getting there. Overall, I really like the scale, as there aren't many taller, safe alternatives in the market that lets your child be able to learn the concept this teaches. The last item in this play kit is my favorite nature buddy board book. As with almost every Lovevery book, my son loves this book. We read it at least a couple times a week. I found that if the child enjoys the book, it's easier to build a vocabulary as the book holds their attention and they want to learn. So what are my final thoughts on this play kit? It is true that compared to many of the other play kits, this one isn't quite as unique as their other kits. You can find pretty close alternatives to many of these items. However, I think with the information you get from the play guide that will guide us to help our child develop certain skills, that this play kit is still worth it. Overall, my son really enjoys interacting with pretty much all the items in this kit, and the big thing is that even though he's 34 months old now, he still uses many of these items. In my unboxing video, I go over each of these items and attempt to recreate the box by finding alternatives on Amazon. So go check that video out if you haven't seen it yet. If you've enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and I'll catch you next time.